Hello everyone, in this session we'll discuss about introduction to databases. These are some important questions. Explain simplified database system with a block diagram 8 marks. What are database and DBMS? Explain with a neat diagram 8 marks. Traditional database applications. So databases and database systems are an essential component of life in modern society. Most of us encounter several activities every day that involve some interaction with a database. For example, when we go to bank to deposit or withdraw funds, so the money or the customer's details need to be maintained in a place, correct? That place is called as database. Okay, so we have to maintain the customer's information as transaction details, everything, and also employee of the bank. And second one, online shopping. We do online shopping in Amazon or Flipkart, etc. Right? There also what items need to be updated, and we had to maintain. What is that? Amazon has to maintain the items and also customers details, everything, right? And also transaction details. Next, social media, Facebook, Twitter. So Facebook and Twitter, they should manage videos and also users, right? And users data and privacy protection, everything needs to be maintained. And last one, purchasing items in a supermarket. When you go to supermarket, so they have to maintain the same transaction details and customers details and items, whatever the items that are present in supermarket. So these are the data, right? So that has to be maintained. These are the examples of what we may call traditional database applications, in which most of the information that is stored and accessed in is either textual or numeric. Big data storage systems or NoSQL systems. NoSQL systems or big data storage systems have been created to manage data for social media applications such as Facebook, Twitter, and all. Google, Amazon, and Yahoo use these types of, that is, NoSQL systems and big data storage systems to manage the data such as documents, images, videos, emails required in their web search engines as well as cloud storage. So now let us see these questions, that is, explain simplified database system with a block diagram. So first you need to understand what is data. What is data? Data means information. What is database then? Place where we store the data or place where we store the information, right? That is database. A database is a collection of related data. Say for example, student name, USN, contact number, email ID, student's father name, student's mother name, address. These are some important details of students, right? So this is what related data. Each and every data is related to each other, right? So this is what collection of related data. For example, consider the names, telephone numbers, and addresses of the people you know. And this data is typically stored in mobile phones, which have their own simple database software. You store contact number. Usually, you don't store this addresses and all. You store name and contact number. That's what these data are stored in mobile phones, which have their own simple database software. This data can also be recorded in an indexed address book or hard drive and also Microsoft Excel. This collection of related data, not just data, the collection of related data with an implicit meaning is a database. So then let us see implicit properties. Implicit properties of a database. A database represents some aspect of the real world or mini world or universe of discourse. changes to the mini world are reflected in the database. So what is this changes to the mini world? First you need to understand real world. So real world means what? When you want to purchase any item from Amazon, so sometimes initially first day when you want to purchase any item from the Amazon, the discount will be 10%. But Amazon wants to change that discount from 10% to 20% on second day. So when you visit Amazon on second day, Amazon should make sure that that 10%, that updation is done from 10% to 20% immediately without any delay. Okay, so each and every item, if you take cost price, for example, first day the cost price is 5,000 rupees. So but Amazon wants to update that 5,000 to 4,500 on second day. So then Amazon should make sure that that has been updated regularly. Each and every item should be updated regularly because end users, that is customers, will be using Amazon every day, every second, right? So Amazon should make sure that that updation happens time on every day, okay, and every second. So that is what real world. So that is it's also called as mini world or universe of discourse. Changes to that mini world are reflected in the database. So changes to the mini world. If Amazon wants to do any updation, it has to immediately update the database. Amazon should update their database so that it helps the customers. Okay. A database is a logically coherent collection of data. That is, coherent means related data. Okay, related data, coherent collection of data with some inherent meaning, means proper meaning. A random mixture of data cannot correctly be referred to as a database. You cannot take random mixture. For example, now have a student details. You cannot take random details there. There should be some meaningful information and also consistent. It should be consistent. For example, student name USN. Okay, I cannot simply what is that add whatever the data I want. It that column name is there. No, what is the student name USN and address. Everything should be proper, and you had to keep it in that particular column only. You cannot what is that change the data. You cannot add random data there. Okay, it should be organized. So next, it is designed, built and populated with the data for a specific purpose. Specific purpose. It has an intended group of users. Okay, and some predetermined applications in which these users are interested. Say for example, if I have a data, okay, it should be defined. First, we had to define database. We need to define database. Then we have to we can retrieve once you define database. Okay, you store the data, whatever the data you want to store, you will store it in the database. There you will that once database is created. Creating database means what? Storing the information, for example student details in a place. That is what database, correct? So once the database is created, it has to be what is that, it should be modifiable. Okay, and it should be uh, readable, it should be writable, like that. So that is what it has an intent group of users, means what? Only specific people can access the database. Not everybody can use the database, not everyone can use the database, only specific users can use the database. And some predetermined applications in which these users are interested. And also it has it, that is database has some predetermined applications. Okay, only that users can use. For example, I have some knowledge on some software, that is SQL software, DBMS software, that communicates with the database. So end user, that is, you should know how to make use of DBMS software in order to communicate with the database. Okay, so that is what these are the implicit properties of a database. Changes to the mini world are reflected in the database. This you already know. I've already explained this. The end users of a database may perform business transactions. For example, customers buy a camera, or events may happen. For example, an employee has a baby, that cause the information in the database to change. In order for the database to be accurate and reliable at all times, changes must be reflected in the database as soon as possible. Note: a database may be generated and maintained manually, or it may be computerized. Okay, you can generate or maintain database manually or through computerized system. So what is database management system now? Database management system is a computerized system that enables users to create and maintain a database. The DBMS is a general purpose software system that facilitates, that eases, means what, that it makes it easy, okay, that facilitates or eases the processes of defining, constructing, manipulating and sharing databases among various users and applications. Right? Defining a database means what? It is specifying the data types, structures and constraints of the data to be stored in the database. However, we'll discuss about this when we start the queries, that is programming part. When we go for programming part, then we'll get to know data types, structures and constraints. Okay, so defining means specifying data types, structures and constraints. Constructing the database is the process of storing the data on some storage medium that is controlled by the DBMS. Manipulating the database is querying the database to retrieve specific data, update in the database to reflect changes in the mini world, and generating reports from the data. Sharing a database is allowing multiple users and programs to access the database simultaneously. Application program, query and transaction. What is application program? An application program accesses the database by sending queries or requests for data to the DBMS. Query is a question or an inquiry used to CRUD data in the database. Means what? CRUD means CRUD, create, retrieve, update and delete. Query is a question or an inquiry used to create data, create database, retrieve data, update data or delete data in the database. Okay, create, retrieve, update and delete. Transaction means reading some data from the database or writing some data into the database. So please remember these keywords: application program, query and transaction. Other important functions of DBMS: protecting the database, maintaining the database over a long period of time. Okay, so protection means it includes system protection against hardware or software malfunction or crashes, and security protection against unauthorized or malicious access. A large database may have life cycle of many years, so the DBMS must be able to maintain the database system by allowing the system to evolve as requirements change over time. Note: we will call database and DBMS software together as a database system. So from now onwards, we call database and DBMS software together a database system. What is metadata? The database definition or descriptive information is also stored by the DBMS in the form of a database or dictionary. It is called metadata. Okay, the database definition or descriptive information. is also stored by the DBMS in the form of a database or dictionary. It is called metadata. So this is whatever we have discussed now is given in a block diagram. So you have to draw this block diagram in the exam. First, users can make use of application programs and queries, that is database systems, in order to communicate with the database. So users make use of the program, that is application programs, that is, say for example, SQL queries means SQL queries, okay, or application program Java. Okay, the users can make use of this particular programs in order and also DBMS software to process queries or programs, software to access stored data. Okay, this is software in order to communicate with the database. So this is programming, and this is the front end, that is to communicate with the database backend. Okay, so and here we have metadata, stored database definition. Here stored database. Hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, please comment below. Thank you so much for watching.